All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So we got some massive news happening in the crypto space right now. Bitcoin sitting just shy of almost 70K. It's at $68,000. Ethereum's up 20% over the past week. XRP sitting shy of 54 cents. So in this video, I have a lot to talk about in terms of the total crypto market cap, comparing that to Bitcoin, some breaking news that's happening right now with Harvard outlining a roadmap for implementation of a digital dollar in the US, highlighting XRP and XLM. What's taking place for XRP all across the nation? Another bill that Congress just passed that you need to know about that's going to directly affect your portfolio, what Brad Garlinghouse has to say about an XRP ETF coming in the future, and what is about to take place in the altcoin market over the next few months. That way you can make the most amount of money possible. On top of that, a project that is launching just a few days from right now that has that 100x potential. So if you guys are feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back. So let's dive right in. First, talk about the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. With this breakout right now of $1.1 trillion, we're still well off from the all-time high of 1.7 trillion, whereas Bitcoin is right at its all-time high right now, getting ready to pass it. Now, when we look at the Bitcoin stock to flow model right now, in terms of the days until the next halving, once Bitcoin goes through the halving, you can see it turn from dark purple over to red. And if we look back to the last halving that took place for Bitcoin, what happened here is we consolidated sideways until roughly July 21st of 2020. So from May, June, July, for about 3 months, Bitcoin ranged from like $5,000 to $10,000. And then it saw the next breakout upwards of $12,000, one final back test of this previous range. Then when it turned to orange, it blasted to the moon, went from 20K, 40K, then eventually $60,000. Now, if we look at the last cycle before this one on the halving, what happened? Well, when Bitcoin turned red, consolidated sideways, then from orange to yellow, it went up. And so the cycle before then, the same thing roughly happened. Bitcoin consolidated sideways, then from red to orange and yellow, Bitcoin went up. So this cycle most likely will be the same thing. Sure, we could chop sideways over the next month or two, but you guys are seeing Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoin market right now lag behind Bitcoin until Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. So once we see Bitcoin start breaching upwards of 80, 90, $100,000, and then we see Bitcoin's dominance rotate around and start, a lot of money is going to start flowing into altcoin projects. Also, a lot of people ask us, what are the top narratives in this space that are going to make people the most amount of money over this entire crypto bull run? And as you can see right here on coinmarketcap.com, there's meme coins, there's the Solana ecosystem, there's artificial intelligence, and there's gaming. Now, underneath the gaming category, we can see, Immutable X is number one at $3.7 billion market cap. Depending on when you're watching this video, then you got Floki, Beam, Gala, Axie Infinity. And so these large cap projects, that are a part of the top 10 are most likely going to do well over the course of this bull run. But where you get the big gains on the 50x, 100x, even 500x or 1000x projects is not only further down the list, but on projects that have yet to launch or that have already launched that are about to be listed on websites like CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. And if we go over to immutable.com, IMX's official website, a new project that's going to be launching here soon that's also a sponsor of today's video is called Landrocker. Now, Landrocker is listing on Uniswap on May 28th. And if you guys go to landrocker.io, you can learn more about their downloadable game that's coming out here soon, where you can navigate different planets, you can conquer terrain, and discover hidden resources. So inside of their game, you're going to lead fighters and rovers against alien enemies, where you can mine crypto, you can travel across AI crafted worlds. And if you look at their Twitter account, their development team has been working very, very hard on the game over the past year to make it even more immersive as a first-person shooter. So you guys get to see some sneak peeks here that they've been dropping over the past few days, getting closer to launch. And not only do they have a massive team working on the downloadable playable game, they're an official partner of the #1 gaming project in the world, IMX, and they're going to be launching their LRT token on Uniswap May 28th. So you're hearing about it first right now. And their team is saying LRT has 100x potential because it's launching at a $1.5 million initial market cap. And when you compare that to other GameFi competitors in the industry ranging between $30 million and $150 million, this is really awesome because a lot of projects launch with a FDV, a fully diluted valuation of, hundreds of millions or even $1 billion, which doesn't leave much room for growth after their launch. Whereas Landrocker is launching with a very low FDV, which is a really smart move to allow room for massive expansion. And so when gamers play the game, the rewards inside of the game are safeguarded on the blockchain blockchain to allow for more trust and transparency by using smart contracts to hide rewards that the rovers will mine as you hunt for different resources, NFTs, and cryptocurrencies. And so no one, not even the developers, know the locations of the rewards, which allows for equal chances for everyone. So the tokenomics for the LRT token will have a total supply of 10 billion tokens. The listing price will be 0.001. And how you earn with LRT is really simple. You can mine rewards by power mining missions with fuel. You then collect valuable NFTs, crypto materials, and blueprints, and then you craft and sell NFTs on their marketplace to earn more. Now, they will have a staking program where you can stake your planets and you can gain extra fuel to upgrade your rovers alongside a liquidity pool that they'll be launching here soon. And right now they have the light version out on the browser, and the downloadable game is going to be coming out here soon with 3 different game modes such as Martian Domination, Last Man Standing, and Finders Keepers. And they have a jam-packed roadmap as well too, going into Q4 of this year. So after they get listed on Uniswap, they're going to be targeting future listings on tier 1 centralized exchanges such as Binance, Bybit, OKX, KuCoin, Gate.io, and tons of others. Now, the reason why this project is highly anticipated is not only are they a partner of IMX, but the parent company is called Infinite 8. And Infinite 8 is a very experienced company that has developed products in sectors like real estate and e-commerce, financial services, sports and entertainment, travel and hospitality, real estate and design, education and trading, and of course gaming. They have 22 years of experience. And underneath their portfolio, Landrocker is their top project right now and their main focus. So as always, this isn't financial advice. You should do your own research. You guys understand that crypto is very, very risky, but if you're looking for projects with that 100x potential, definitely keep LRT on your radar this entire bull run. Simply go to landrocker.io and you're going to see that they're listing on Uniswap at the end of this month, just a few days from right now. So you guys just have to be prepared because trillions of dollars is going to not only flow into the altcoin market, but tons of new projects are going to be launching, and we're going to be sharing those with you. If you go to bullrunners.com, links will be in the description below. But the main news of this video that I want to talk about that is going to completely change the game, not only are banks, financial institutions starting to adopt blockchain technology, Congress, the House is passing bills. You see like college campuses like Harvard outlining a roadmap for implementation of a digital dollar in the US, highlighting XRP, XLM as popular choices for international businesses, even citing, a Visa patent that incorporates XRP and XLM and signals out 2024 as the year of blockchain integration. So integration is happening, but full-blown adoption is going to happen, with FedNow, ISO 20022, completely by 2025. So smart money is positioning themselves early before the rocket ship leaves Earth, so to speak. So the digital dollar is Fed-sanctioned fiat currency that is backed by the US government. It will be mined digitally by the Fed and put into circulation. Just like fiat currency, it will have the same features such as banks have, which will be able to perform overnight depository with central banks, earn interest, carry out overnight interbank lending. And 2 blockchain protocols such as Ripple's XRP and Stellar Lumen's are gaining popularity as the coins of choice for many for international businesses. So Ripple has direct ties to the Fed, and you guys are seeing the dominoes start to tip. Now, breaking news as of May 23rd, just a couple days ago, XRP will be reinstated in the CMBI 10 index. Now, Coinmetrics said that previously XRP was removed from the index due to concerns about its investability in the light of the SEC lawsuit against Ripple Labs and the suspension of XRP trading by major exchanges like Coinbase. And with regulation coming to the space, with the lawsuit coming to a closure here soon, the Congress passed the HR 5403, which is a CBDC anti-surveillance state act, meaning the US government can't make a CBDC, but they can adopt a stablecoin on a public existing network. So guess who will launch a high quality stablecoin on the XRP ledger this year? Well, that's Ripple. Now, what comes after Ripple's stablecoin? Well, could it be an XRP ETF being next? Because Ripple is rapidly becoming a leader in the payment system as hundreds of financial institutions are choosing Ripple for better international payment experience, according to ETF Stream. Well, it's an interesting question to think about, but listen to this.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
I think we're going to see a lot of filings come out for Ethereum. I even think we might see something for Ripple, given the recent progress. You notice that Grayscale just added Ripple to one of their trusts. It's publicly traded. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Ripple or Ethereum spot ETFs out there.
Now, as you guys already know, Ripple has about 1,700 plus NDAs out there with banks, financial institutions, where they can't talk about their plan. What does that tell you? It tells you they're keeping secrets. Who's the person in the world that's keeping the most secrets? Well, one of the guys guys will be BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. He was asked about an XRP ETF a while ago on Fox Business News, and he replied,
Advent of Bitcoin ETFs is an example that we're legitimizing it. We're creating more safety.
Well, let me ask you this. Will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't. And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't.
All right. They're giving me the rap. Thank you.
now, it looks like to me, which I could be wrong here because I'm not a financial advisor, you should go consult your financial advisor. None of these videos are for financial advice. It's all education, informational purposes only because crypto's risky. You could lose all of your money in these markets and you should always do your own research. But according to Rob Cunningham, on those NDAs out there, Larry Fink could be one of those guys that has an NDA, and global chaos has erupted because the world's central banking system has been defeated. Listen to what Brian Brooks explained while seated next to Brooks Entwistle, who's the SVP of Global Customer Success for Ripple, from the stage at the Aspen Institute.
The core things that banks have done since the 1300s, those are going to go away, 100%. And let's just be clear what I mean by that. The reason that we even have banks originated in Italy around the year like 1340, all right? And the reason they originated was because of a set of accounting advances that allowed banks to serve as trusted intermediaries between parties that owed each other money. Before that, literally, I would write you a note and I would promise to pay you money and you'd put the note in your pocket and you'd see if anybody else would take the note. That's why we refer to discounting notes. And then banks arose and it was like, you no longer need to do that. We'll take care of it for you, but you're going to have to pay us to do that. That function of needing a trusted intermediary to maintain ledgers of account to figure out, do I owe Brooks money or does Brooks owe me money? It turns out that function no longer has to be done by human beings. The same way we don't need postal clerks anymore. I can send you an email for free and it's instant and that's just the end of the post office. Sorry, but it just is. That function will go away. What's going to be left for banks is the high value add services, structured finance, investment advisory, all of the things that make a dynamic economy function. We still need people to do that. There's a lot of creativity going on in finance. But the core of banking, the base of the pyramid, the thing that drives most of their revenue, doesn't need to exist. And that's why I say, and I was saying to one of the organizers even before we stood up in this panel, cryptocurrency does not seek to replace currency. It's a bad name. Cryptocurrency seeks to replace banking. Just if you take nothing from this panel but that's what you need to understand.
Now, Rob Cunningham says without the contextual understanding, it's hard to reconcile the lawfare, political theater, global debates, emerging alliances, BRICS developments, and fear-mongering that the world is going through right now. The Tower of Babel has fallen. Our world is recognizing itself around the fundamental principles of sovereignty. Wars and rumors of war, alien invasion, New World Order, different, pandemics and stuff, the second coming. Choose your favorite explanation of it. But look at the Executive Order 13772 outlining the fundamental redesign, new era monetary system being constructed that's constructing the whole entire world over. So understand the Crown Corporation's desperate attempt at preserving their old world in fiat control system and the new things that are going to be coming into the focus, not only in mainstream media, but for central bankers around the globe. So all the world's a stage, one that has for too long been perversely disfigured by greed, power, control, narcissism, deception, division, and destruction. And so because you're watching these videos, you're getting the critical details that a lot of people don't know about because mainstream media is not talking about this stuff. So subscribe to this channel for more content like this, because the SWIFT CEO, and as you guys know, SWIFT is with all of the banks around the globe. It's been around for 40, 50 plus years, deals with wire transfers, ACH transfers. Well, their CEO says a big part of Ripple's proposition is XRP, and SWIFT is only hesitant to use XRP currently because of uncertain regulatory and legal issues. So after regulations pass, the settlement agreement is done, and the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, then XRP will have the green light. Now, if you guys watched my video yesterday, I talk about what happened when Bitcoin's dominance dropped and how that affected XRP in the past. The last two times the Bitcoin's dominance plummeted, XRP skyrocketed, and the rest of the altcoins skyrocketed. So when we look at total 3 compared to the past, you can see some similarities here. Now, I brought it up on the chart for you guys and show you from the dead cat complacency stage bounce back in 2018. You see somewhat of a rounded bottom right here. The market bottoms out. We saw the 2019 recovery, followed by this consolidation and COVID, then a breakout from here, a back test by August of 2020. So about 924 days into this is when the market really started to break out. Now, where are we right now from the high of the altcoin market back in November of 2021. Well, we're 924 days in. Now, if you look at the MACD, you can see some similarities here. We saw a bullish cross take place all the way back in July of 2022. And as you guys know, bullish crosses on the MACD are leading indicators to a bottom coming shortly after that. And so, as you can see right here, there was a cross back in January of 2019. The bottom came after that in COVID, but then we saw another bullish cross take place back here in April of 2020. And since then, the market went parabolic after that. We saw a cross take place all the way back in August of 2020. The market bottoms out in January of 2023, August of 2022. The market bottoms out January of 2023. The MACD starts gaining momentum, crosses the zero line in October 2023 when the real hype of the ETFs were coming out for Bitcoin. And so altcoins started to pump with that. With this correction right now, it's very similar to the correction that took place by August of 2020. And we could just be like a week or two from one of the biggest breakouts in crypto history. Now, if we were to look at this chart right here and compare XRP to the crypto total market cap and what happened during that breakout back in 2020, look right here, guys. You see this descending resistance for XRP. It tried to break out in July of 2020, and it saw one final shakeout event for the rest of the altcoin market alongside on the right hand side of the screen that you can see. And then by November of 2020, when the altcoin market started to break out, XRP broke out with it to about 80 cents, and then the rally was cut short because of the lawsuit. So this time around, when we look at the chart, we're about 924 days in from the all-time high of the altcoin market, and look at what XRP is doing. It's doing a similar pattern where we see this descending resistance right now. We see this final shakeout event right here with the rest of the market. So if the altcoin market starts to rally up, I would expect XRP to break out this summer and to do something towards the end of this year. And once it breaks this descending resistance, the next stop for XRP arguably is really the high of 2021, $2. So I would expect the next breakout for XRP to be a big one, and then for it to correct around, $1 or so, 50 cents to $1, and then for the real moves to be made for XRP by 2025. So while you guys wait for that to happen, if you are holding XRP, yes, I do hold XRP as full transparency because I believe this project's going to do well. That doesn't mean that you should hold it, but if you guys want to be able to accumulate more stuff like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other large cap projects, then the key to doing that is spotting projects before they take off so you can grow your positions in the large caps that you believe are going to do well the rest of this bull run.
So if you're ready to become the first millionaire in your family tree with crypto, and you want to get early access to our underground guidebook to become a crypto millionaire when it's released, then all you need to do right now is go to bullrunners.com, and you're going to get exclusive early access to alerts on explosive altcoins with timely notifications about high potential projects before they hit the mainstream market. You're also going to get access to daily market analysis videos where you can watch daily videos like this to stay up to date on the latest trends and updates in the cryptocurrency market. And you're also going to receive pro trading strategies and tools for you to access proven trading tips and institutional grade indicators to refine your trading strategy. So don't miss out on the launch of our new underground guidebook called Altcoin Secrets that's going to help you discover the next 100x altcoin. All you need to do to get early access is go to bullrunners.com, click the button on the page, put in your best email address, and you'll be instantly subscribed for the early bird list when it's released. We know you're going to love it.